Starting. We're good? All right, cool. All right, we're live. Hello, I'm playing the part of Connor Young and myself here. I'll explain in a minute. But hello, welcome to another edition of the 4Sided Podcast. It's your boy James W. Boss in the building. That's how we kind of combine the two intros there. Anyways, the reason why it's just me here, because you all heard Connor last time we did this about a month ago, so around WrestleMania time. He said he was taking a break from YouTube for a bit, which is fine by me. So basically, for the time being, it's just going to be me doing this until, of course, Connor gets back, and then it'll be me and him, and we'll go from there. So, wrestling news. Let's get into some wrestling news. Real swift with it. And then we'll do a review. I'll do a review of Backlash 2018. Now, you're probably thinking, hey, Backlash was about 2 Sundays ago. Yes, I know, but that Saturday I was busy and all the other stuff, and plus I didn't really think of the idea until earlier this week. So a bit late, but we're gonna do it anyways. The news is current. The review's kind of late, but it is what it is. So anyways, let's get into this. First, I was figured I would like to talk about the All-In event, and the fact that it sold out in about less than 30 minutes, 29 minutes and about 34 seconds was the time, if I'm correct. So it sold out, which is good. Good job on the part of, Cody Rhodes and Young Bucks and other company. I remember watching a video earlier this week about it, though. And, people were questioning, like, New Japan themselves are really able to, unable to, like, sell out arenas and such. So why, how, most importantly, hold on a second, let me check a couple of things real quick. Give me a sec, guys. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Anyway, I was watching a video earlier this week, and people were wondering, like, okay, how in the world, since New Japan really hardly able to sell out stuff, how in the world did the All-In show sell out? And I got no idea. Probably how the All-In event sold out. Probably maybe based off the name value of Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and the fact that it was rumored that CM Punk was kind of rumoring to be on the show and all the other stuff. This whole tweet of, like, they're fun in Chicago, I'm all in, hinting at the fact that he was going to be at the All-In event. So people are questioning, did it actually sell out or not? Do I think it did? Yeah, I think so. Well, then again, I'm not really sure, though, because, like, yeah, you do have this huge, popularity. You have this great ride in the indie shows and, in indie promotions, and, especially with New Japan on the rise that they're on, and Cody Rhodes being as popular as he is, and how much people like the Young Bucks and all this other stuff. I would not be surprised if it could sell out 10K seats, but I don't know. I mean, it's questionable, I guess. Right now, I'm not 100% sure. I guess maybe when the time comes, when the event rolls around, we'll be able to really kind of justify and see if, or if it's sold out. And, then you even have people like Dave Meltzer saying, oh, it's sold out, blah, blah, blah. And people tend to take Dave Meltzer's word as gospel for some unknown reason. So did it sell out? Probably, yeah. Did it sell out? Probably, yeah. If it didn't, then, I mean, okay, fine. You ain't got to lie about it, but if it's sold out, cool. And again, speaking of the All-In event, oh, man. But the Open is a successful event, yeah. Do I think CM Punk going to show up? Probably not. He probably just noticed and probably got a pop. Now, if he does show up, great. The internet is going to, like, literally explode, but if he shows up, great. If he doesn't, okay, cool. I'm not really expecting anything from him at this point, so fine. fine by me, really, I guess. So, yeah, that's really all I can say about the all-in event will be taking place in Chicago. Now on the WWE side of things, Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax, and Charlotte showed up to this event, in which they decided to use that event for Nia Jax to challenge Ronda Rousey to a match. And good gosh, that interaction was so cringeworthy. It was, oh man, that interaction between Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax was just so just bad, man. I mean, hold on a second. Let me check, see if I can be heard real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, like the interaction between those two was just bad to the point where I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. First off, Ronda Rousey needs to work on the promo game. Same for Nia Jax. And so it was the whole thing of like Ronda, like Nia asked Ronda to the match, and then Ronda goes like, well, I don't really, deserve it. I just got here. There are more women that are more deserving than me. She was like, I know that, but I'm asking you. And she was like, no, there's there's more women that are more deserving than me. It was bad. I'm pretty sure you could probably find it somewhere on the internet. It's bad. So they're going to have a women's championship match at Money in the Bank. Now, everyone's up in arms about this. A lot of people are up in arms about this. People go like, oh, Ronda Rousey didn't deserve it. She just got here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, to me personally, I definitely wouldn't put her in this spot at all. Really? Maybe have Nia feud with like maybe an Ember Moon or something like that. I mean, that would have been fine. Maybe have a feud with Mickie James. I guess, I don't know, just something. I wouldn't put Ronda Rousey in this spot either. But didn't Ronda Rousey have like some storyline going on with like her, Natalia, and the Riot Squad and all that? So I would put her in there. Maybe put her in a match with like one of the Riot Squad members or something like that. And plus, I also add, Ronda's also been competing at house shows. There's been like clips of her competing in house shows and stuff like that. She's been okay. I still wouldn't put her in the spot, but hey, we'll just see what happens. They'll probably put her in some sort of match on Raw. Odds are probably before Money in the Bank. She'll definitely be in a match or something on Raw. How will she do against Nia? I don't know. We'll find out in Money in the Bank, and hopefully she'll improve in her promo game and whatnot and all that before the time comes. Because last thing we need is a crappy women's match, the women's championship. Speaking of WWE, again, there's apparently talk of them getting like a new network deal in the year of 2019, which will put more emphasis on the Raws rather than the pay-per-view. I'm up in the air about this one. I'm like seriously up in the air about this one because the main goal of a lot of feuds is to build to the pay-per-view. However, apparently what this will mean is that huge storyline advancement will be taking place at the Raws. So, does this potentially mean that we're actually going to see some real story progression? Are we going to see a change in the way stories are progressed? And then the pay-per-view will be used as like the official blow-off instead of like what they do sometimes. In fact, what they did currently was the Shinsuke AJ feud, instead of just the whole build-up of, instead of using the pay-per-view to build up to things going down the road, are they actually going to use the pay-per-view to actually what am I saying? Are they actually going to use the pay-per-view as the official cut-off, blow-off point for that? And then there's also the question of like, are they going to have? It seems like already looking at the calendar, there's less pay-per-views this year than there were like last year or something like that. And especially when I was this whole split brand thing. So like, are they going to like have less pay-per-views? I mean, I saw somebody suggest the idea of like them just mainly focusing on the big 5, because, people consider Money in the Bank a big pay-per-view now. So it's focusing on the big 5 of Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, shows like that. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, but then, what would be the point of the network then? What would you do on the network? Would you find a way to get, Raw and SmackDown on the network in a timely fashion that way people could watch them live? Or what would that mean for the network then? Because if they're putting more emphasis on the Raw, then the pay-per-view may not end up meaning nothing at all. So are they just gonna? So then, kind of, what would be the point of the constant subscription? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can go back and watch old stuff, but then still, what would be the point of having the network at least for the current product? You know what I mean? Because the ideal thing people would do is you have your Raw and your SmackDowns that will build up to the pay-per-views, and the pay-per-view used to be so good that you would want to tune in to see what happened on Raw or SmackDown, where they were going to go, where things were going to go. And now some of these pay-per-views suck, and they already got your monthly subscription, so they have to. Now they're at the point with the pay-per-view where you have to. They already got your money for these subscriptions. They could put on a crap show. Hey, they already got your money, whatever, man. You know what I mean? So, will the network thing be a positive for WWE? Again, it's up in the air because it really depends on how they do things. If they have less pay-per-views, but they're going to use the network as a way to for people to watch Raw, watch SmackDown, stuff like that, that's fine. That would be great, actually. In fact, to me, that's something I personally encourage because I personally don't watch TV that much. I really don't. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably not the only one that don't really watch TV that much. So if you have the Raw on the network and keep them up there, and even maybe if the new deal, you have them up for a certain amount of time, and then you just release all the Raws at the end of the month or something, kind of like what they do now. To me, I feel that's very ineffective, by the way, because you release the Raw at the end of the month. By then, the pay-per-view already happened and all that stuff. You really don't even care what the heck happened. You know what I'm saying? But either way, will this network thing be good for WWE? Depends on what they do. Depends on how they decide to go about it. That's the way that's my standpoint on it. Yeah. Now it's time to talk about Backlash 2018. I'm talking to some people, and they said they were going to boycott. I talked to one person. They said they were going to boycott Backlash from this point forward. Because Backlash 2017 was hot garbage. Backlash to me, Backlash 2017 or whatever year it was when Jinder Mahal became WWE champion. I think it was Backlash 2017. Backlash 2017 was hot garbage. I hated that show. With a passion. If I would have reviewed it, I probably would have given it a 2 out of 10. Bro, I hated that show that bad. That show sucked up and down. That show was just terrible. But it's been a year, and did the Backlash redeem itself? No and yes. Yes, in the fact they had one good match on the show. You guys could probably already know what that match is going to be. Seth Rollins versus The Miz. I didn't watch the pre-show, so I'm just going to talk about the main card. Plus, I'm pretty sure people only really care about the main card anyway. So Seth Rollins versus The Miz. I thought it was a great match. It was outstanding. Definitely a match of the year candidate. And even though Miz was on SmackDown, I seriously thought he was going to win that match. Then again, I probably shouldn't have because, Orton and Jeff, they were both on SmackDown. So I probably shouldn't have thought that, but I did. I still believed it anyways. So that worked. To me, that worked. It was a great match. Action was up there. I loved a lot of the counters that happened out of the skull crushing, or that Miz was able to catch Seth Rollins a couple of times into the skull crushing finale. That was awesome. Overall, I think to me, best, definitely without question, match of the night, in my opinion. My personal opinion, to me, that was definitely match of the night, in my humble opinion. Seth Rollins retains. Seth Rollins wins. We typically rock this thing with a star rating out of 5, so I'm willing to give this match a 4 out of 5. It was good. It was good. It wasn't perfect. It was good. It was good for what it needed to be. Now, I don't think I'm going in order here. If I mess up order-wise, I apologize. I don't think I'm going in order. So, Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. I'm just kind of just talking off the top of my head here. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. It was okay. I mean, Big Cass, like he like really kind of just starting to get into his own as a heel, so he's okay in the ring. He's not like to me the most boring wrestler at the moment is Baron Corbin. That's just my humble opinion. But Big Cass, he was okay in the ring. I mean, Daniel Bryan go well for him. You know, they showed the whole big man versus little man story. Pretty decent. Daniel Bryan wins. I did not expect that. Like, seriously, I thought Big Cass was going to win due to like some sort of interference from the Miz or further along that storyline, but nope. Daniel Bryan wins. Locked in the yes lock and the belt lock, yes lock, whatever. Locked in the yes lock, and then Big Cass happened immediately. But the one thing I didn't get, though, why was whenever Daniel Bryan was locking in the yes lock, Daniel Bryan was like holding Cass's arm, and I'm like, you can argue to like prevent him from like, you know, blocking it, but he still could have just locked it in and it would have been good, but you know, whatever, fine. Overall, though, it was an okay match. Cass got a heat afterward for beating the crap out of Bryan, beat the daylight out of the poor man. Beat him up afterward, but then on SmackDown, he lost. Then on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan lost to Rusev, and then got daylight kicked out of him by Big Cass, by Daniel Bryan lost to Rusev, and then the next week, Daniel Bryan beat the brakes off of Big Cass. Apparently, that was because like Big Cass was apparently in some hot water for disobeying orders. He was told to do the big boot to the midget, and decided to continue to kick the crap out of him afterwards. Probably got him in the doghouse, and probably why you lost at Backlash, and then got what happened to him on SmackDown. So, yeah, Big Cass, follow orders next time. Got it. So will Cass be okay? Well, I think he bounced back from it. Yeah, I think he'll probably be in the doghouse for maybe a little bit longer, but then they'll probably, hopefully, do something with him. Daniel Bryan. His return so far has been okay. I had a feeling they were going to take it slow with him. I personally highly encourage them to take it slow with him, especially since he's just getting back. You know, you don't want to throw him out there. But he did talk about going for the WWE Championship, so I don't think that feud's going to be happening anytime soon. Will it happen though? Probably, yeah. Maybe towards the latter end of 2018. I definitely see it happening. Probably around Royal Rumble time. And that's when fans really get their gear spinning for Daniel Bryan. Anyway, but it was okay. Overall, 2 out of 5 for the match. I'll go 2.5 for the match. I'll go 2.5. It was okay. It was all right. Could have been better. Wasn't terrible. Well, what a nice segue. I just said the word terrible. What a nice segue into this next match. Carmella versus Charlotte for the Women's Championship. This match sucked. I'm sorry. This match was just bad. Like, I don't like. You can say she's just doing her job, but me personally, they're doing your job and then they're just being annoying, just outright annoying. And that's what Carmella was in this match. And I remember last time I was doing the podcast with Connor, I remember saying the problem that I have with Carmella as women's champion is the fact that they didn't build her up in ring for me to take her seriously at all. They didn't. They didn't really build her like seriously to the point where I take her seriously as an in-ring competitor against people like Charlotte, Natalya, and blah blah blah. And funny that I say that, and then Carmella actually beat Charlotte clean. Word. Go for the moonsault. You have Charlotte go for the moonsault. I think landed her feet, but like kind of tweak her knee, and then like Carmella literally kicked her in the back of the knee, rolled her up 1, 2, 3. What? No. Like, why? Why? This is the same person that beat Asuka streak a month ago. Why are you gonna have her lose the belt that quickly? So WWE obviously wants to keep this thing with Carmella going for a while, and why though? Like, I know she had to cash in the Money in the Bank at some point, and I know you didn't want to have two people cash in the Money in the Bank and be unsuccessful with it, because Baron Corbin was also unsuccessful with his. I still think that was stupid, but whatever. Even though I didn't find Baron Corbin board, he was starting to grow on me, and then they did that with him, and then he just went back being downhill, and I just stopped caring about him. But anyways, oh my goodness, yeah, Carmella as women's champion. I'm not going to enjoy this at all. I'm really not going to enjoy this. And then plus during the match, she kept constantly yelling and screaming. I'm like, oh my god, will you shut up, please? So I hope they get the belt off her soon. If not at SummerSlam, then I can see the next. They're probably doing maybe at Survivor Series or something like that. I definitely see her lose that at a Big 4. Please let Asuka do it and squash her in record time, please. Anyways, so that's that. Overall, 1.25. Like, that's a bit too harsh. But no, I've always been the type of dude to keep it real. I didn't like this match at all. Like, I even did a live reaction to this show, which, by the way, got taken down and blocked worldwide. YouTube, I didn't show anything. Fix your copyright system. Thank you very much. But start ready for this match. 1 and 3/4. This match was just bad. Oh my gosh, that match was terrible. My goodness, that match was trash. That match was absolute trash. Now we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship in a no disqualification match. My main question is, why the heck was this match not the main event? I'll get to that main event in a minute, but why was this match not the main event? Like, this was a good match to me personally. Some people are getting crap on this match, blah blah blah. My thing is, this was a good match. Like, out of the WrestleMania was could have been better. Great Royal Rumble improved on their match at WrestleMania, and to me, Backlash improved on their match at Great Royal Rumble. And apparently, they had a match on SmackDown, which was great, and I need to find a way to watch it. So I need to find a way to watch that match. But either way, the winner picked like the stipulation for the match at Money in the Bank. So I'll be sure to watch SmackDown next week. That way I can figure out what was picked and all that fun jazz. But either way, other words, this match was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm digging heel Shinsuke. I'm really, really digging heel Shinsuke here. So everything was going fine. The action was going decent. Could have bumped the pace up just a little bit, but it was fine for what it was. Again, I think to me, more weapons could have been used. They could have picked up the pace just a little bit. Everything going well and good. Then we get to the finish. Both of them get punted hard. I think last few minutes of the match, it was a series of low blows. So I think Shinsuke got his. Referee, I think, either got knocked down or dazed or distracted or something like that. And then Styles hits him, which it was another qualification match. So why did you need the ref distracted anyways? But whatever. Then they get back up and they both punt each other. Right in the. And then the count out. Oh my goodness. Please let this next match be a last man standing match. That's to me, that's my opinion on what the next stipulation is going to be for them, is a last man standing match due to the count out thing, and they're going to find a way to tie that in. And there's no disqualification, and it's Money in the Bank. So if Money in the Bank has sold at anything, there's always that one match that if AJ Styles and Money in the Bank have a good history because they just went one-on-one with John Cena a couple of years ago at Money in the Bank, and they had a great match, sort of. Cena went one-on-one with Kevin Owens a couple of years, like I think a year before that. They had a great match. So can this be the list? Can this be another example of a great match that happened at Money in the Bank, especially if given the right stipulation, the match can be something great. But AJ versus Shinsuke out of 5, 3.25? 3.25. 3.25. 3.25. I go 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. It could have been better, but the finish was going fine. Then finish just messed it up. Can we not have a screwy finish at the next pay-per-view, please? Thank you very much. And then if you want to do one final blow match at SummerSlam, cool. Then let them go all out and destroy each other there. No pun intended. So there you go. That's that. Braun and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. This match happened. Why? Like, seriously, we see this match happen on Raw. Hold on a second. I gotta plug in my computer real quick. Hold on a second. Good. And give me a minute. You plug in my computer real quick before it dies. Plug it in, right? Plug it in. That's the right cord. Okay, yes, it was. Okay. All right. What is it? Oh, check that real quick. The plug-in? Okay, plug-in. Okay, I was just making sure my computer plugged in. That way it doesn't die on me while I'm live talking here. Sorry for getting too close to the camera there, but I was just making sure my computer was charging. Anyways, where was I? Right, Braun and Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens happened. Why now? Like, seriously, we saw the match several times that happened on Raw. We didn't need to see it happen here again. But it happened here again. And there was one spot that was actually kind of funny. So it was a TV match. To me, it felt like a TV match. It didn't really belong on a pay-per-view. But there was one moment that was actually kind of funny. You had Sami Zayn, who I think did something to Braun. I can't remember what he did. And then he starts running, like full sprint around the ring. Braun, of course, being the big dude and scary, fast dude that he is, run after him. Then Kevin Owens tried to jump in front of Braun Strowman, like, hold on, you are not going to get him. Without a second thought, get steamrolled. Which was happening. That was absolutely priceless. Oh my goodness, that was funny. That was just straight funny. So, that was actually quite funny. So, safe to say Braun and Bobby Lashley wins. Yeah, I know they won. In fact, I know they won because there was a little bit of dysfunction towards the end with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think Zayn slapped Kevin Owens. You either tease the breakup and just go all the way with it, or just stop teasing it at this point, or just keep them together. That would be great. Because I really don't feel like seeing another Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens match, at least right now, anyways. So, goodness, they're probably going to do something at SummerSlam. I'm calling it. They're probably going to do something at SummerSlam with that. Overall, Braun and Bobby win. Match was really nothing to write home about. It was a TV match. Okay, it happened, and then Braun killed Sami twice. I think killed Kevin Owens twice. Sami there. Him and Lashley and Braun. They did their finishers on somebody. I can't remember if it was Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. I want to say it was Kevin Owens. I'm not sure. Either way, they won, and then that happened. Oh, right. Backing up a bit in the show. There was one segment I forgot to talk about. The Elias segment. The New Day. Then No Way Jose was the rest of the Chicago line. than Bobby Roode. The second I saw Bobby Roode dancing, I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no. Turn heel now. No. Please don't. No, don't be that Bobby Roode. I want that it factor Bobby Roode that they had go, or I want to heel Bobby Roode. The only reason they have him face is because like people like thinking it's a glorious thing, but you can still be a heel and still it's either that or do what they had to do with Shinsuke Nakamura, change his theme, alter his theme, remove the glorious part out of his theme, and like have some sort of instrumental, some other instrumental. Just keep the instrumentals or do something with Bobby Roode's name if that's the main thing you're worried about. People chanting glorious, blah, blah, blah. Just change his name. Do like a brief little alteration of his name. So then you turn Bobby Roode heel. After that segment, I'm like, they got to turn Bobby Roode heel or else he will be done. He will be reduced to now a comedy, a one-liner, or else he will be reduced to a one-liner and he will mean nothing, which is sad because I actually love Bobby Roode. So that segment, it was I enjoyed it. I was entertained by it. But then I saw Bobby Roode dancing, and I'm like, yep, turn him heel. They got to turn him heel. I can't deal with that anymore. All right. Speaking of stuff I can't deal with anymore. Let's talk about this. Oh, right. Let me give a star rating for Braun versus 2 stars. Braun and Lashley versus Kevin Owens. 2 stars could have been better. And plus, we've seen the match already. We've seen the match several times. There was nothing to write home about. 2 stars. This main event, though. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Beat the Traffic. CM Punk. Johnny Wrestling. Am I missing anything else? Boring. There's so many changes going on here. And it started off hot with Samoa Joe just balling him. And then Michael Cole said it was a cheap shot, and it wasn't because Reigns, if anything else, pushed him first, A. And B, he was looking right at him. How was that a cheap shot? He was looking right at him. Referee wasn't backing him up, and he did that. He just standing in front of his face, got popped, and then Joe went to town on this dude. Now, I thought it was going to be a real quick match. We would have been in and out, but nope, that wasn't the case. This match was long. Longer than it should have been, and it was rest, hold, city on the part of Samoa Joe. Now, Samoa Joe was sitting there saying, indie wrestlers, this is the pain I was talking about, Roman. This is the pain I was talking about. It's yours, and yours alone. I'm like, oh, my goodness. This is all of our pain, Joe. This is all of our pain, Joe. These wrestlers. Are you trying to be the next Randy Orton? Who is infamous for his headlock. Who was infamous for his headlocks. This match was boring, okay? And there was a couple of moments that was kind of cool, like especially the way particularly the way Joe was like constantly finding a way to catch Roman in the Coquina clutch or the Riddick choke, essentially. So, and to me, I think the coolest part of the moment where like Reigns was going for the drive-by. And then Joe caught him in the Coquina clutch. And then he was choking him out. He got choked out. And the cameraman had the camera right up on Reigns. He was out. He was out. He was out cold. Yet the ref, I'm watching the ref, and this kind of got me and a couple of other people mad. Like I'm sitting there watching the ref. He's like tapped his arm. His arm was limp. You can tell his arm was limp because he was tapping his arm. It was like, what was that like? His arm was limp. Instead of ringing the bell, like what he should have did, Reigns was Super Saiyan on us. Spear. Superman punch, spear. Reigns wins. As a Roman Reigns fan myself, I'll say this. First off, that was stupid. Now, do I have a problem with Roman Reigns winning? No, I don't. Because he's been losing the past two pay-per-views, so I think it was only a matter of time they were going to have him get the win. Do I have a problem with him winning? No. The match is still pretty bad. Do I have a problem with Reigns winning? No. But to me, this match specifically highlights a huge problem with this show, with the Backlash show, particularly itself. Or WWE is. I'll do my problem with WWE first, and then Backlash. It's highlights a huge problem with WWE, and I noticed it. Stop trying to make him feel sorry for Roman Reigns. I said it last time. I went on this huge rant about versus Reigns, bro. Check that out. But I went on this huge long rant about this last time. But stop trying to get us to feel sorry for Roman Reigns. It ain't gonna happen. People are not gonna feel sorry for Roman Reigns. Stop it. If you're trying to do that here, it didn't work. I don't think it ever is gonna work. Stop doing it. Thank you. That's the problem with Reigns. And plus, he's been booked into the ground. I feel so bad for Reigns. He's not doing anything wrong. I just feel so bad for Reigns because they booked him into the ground over the past couple of years. So he's probably to the point of unrepairable. Just let him go for a bit, go away for a bit, come back, refresh, do something better with him because they all ripped this poor man into the ground. I actually like Reigns. It's really not the fault of Reigns. They rolled this dude into the ground. And then with Joe, you kind of roll. This is the first man back from injury. Yeah, he's going to be on SmackDown, but you could have argued that maybe he should have won this match here. You can't argue that maybe he should have won this match here. However, I knew Reigns was going to win. I'm pretty sure everybody else knew Reigns was going to win. Even though he technically shouldn't have won because Reigns technically got choked out. And then here's the problem, though, with this event. A lot of these matches. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. I forgot one match. I just thought about it. This match constantly kept slipping my mind. This match slipped my mind again. It slipped my mind when I did a post little review. After I did the live reactions, my little post review after the show went off, it slipped my mind there, and it slipped my mind now. Wait, let me pull back a bit. Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy for the U.S. title. Right. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title. It was decent, not as good as their previous matches. Jeff Hardy wins, okay, fine, cool. If it leads to them having better matches down the road, great. If it doesn't, okay, fine. Let's see what Jeff Hardy does. And speaking of Randy Orton, hopefully he gets better soon. I wish Randy Orton a speedy recovery because he had successful surgery on Tuesday. So apparently he's going to be out for a certain length of time. Hope he come back soon. Hope he come back better, stronger, and as a heel. So that should be it. That should be interesting. Overall match 3 stars. 2 and 3/4. Again, it was average. Could have been better. Not as good as their other encounters. Okay, back to what I was saying about Roman Reigns, though, or about this whole show, though. Up and down this card, with the exception of maybe a couple of matches, any match that was Raw versus SmackDown meant nothing. Why? Because, I'll give you an example. Seth Rollins versus Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. That match meant nothing. Why? Because Jeff Hardy's already on SmackDown, on Raw, on SmackDown with the U.S. title, and Seth Rollins is on Raw with the Intercontinental Championship. Miz is going to SmackDown, so that was stupid. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. You kind of knew who was going to win that one. And so to me, they should have waited to do the Raw versus SmackDown thing. And they should have booked the Backlash card so far in advance. They should have waited till after Backlash to do the shakeup. The Monday and Tuesday after Backlash is when they should have did the Superstar shakeup. Because then you ended up with matches that were too predictable because, this person's on one show, the other person's on the other show. And then given the two people involved, it's this person right here is going to win. In the example of Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe, for instance. Reigns was going to win. So my thing is if you're gonna do it, And like, your pay-per-view shouldn't really consist of Raw versus SmackDown matches, or at least that one shouldn't have. Because you should have just waited and then did the Superstar Shakeup thing. That way, there was at least some possibility that the other superstar was going to win. Because maybe, who knows? If Joe was staying on Raw, they probably would have had Joe win that match. And I could probably guess that due to what they did with him technically choking out Reigns, and then them doing that, then them doing the actual finish. But either way, nonetheless, that's how I feel they should have did. Overall, Backlash was in. If you didn't watch it, you didn't miss anything. If you didn't watch it, you didn't really miss anything. This was just, man. The overall out of 10, I will give this show probably. I'll give the show a 5 out of 10. Like, it was man. It was just man, up and down the whole other than Miz versus Seth Rollins, not the whole show was just man, that main event. Oh my goodness. Main event was bad. Carmella versus Charlotte, god awful. Let's never ever do that match again. Overall, this show was just man. My opinion. They should have waited to do the Superstar Shakeup stuff. So let's see what they're going to be doing with Money in the Bank. A couple of qualifying matches already happened. So we're just gonna see where that leads. We're gonna see what road that travels down. But anyway, that's it for this solo edition of the 4Sided Podcast. I'm JNW Boss. Of course, the host of this whole bad boy, Connor Young, is not here, but in any event, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining, if anyone did join. Thank you all for watching this edition of the 4Sided Podcast. So if you can, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other editions of this podcast on this channel. Spread the word about this podcast, Connor Young, and my own channel. Till next time, I see you, gotta be a boss, and I'll holler at you guys later. See you for the next edition.